But if my eyes start to go like this, then you know the reason.
Okay. You must have known something to go last.
What's the biggest impression of your trip to China this time?
I was here last year for the first time, and I thought back then that, wow, I have never seen anything as magnificent as what I was allowed to witness back then. And I guess you have done it again, and this time a lot better than last time. I didn't think that was going to be possible. The opening ceremony, fantastic. One of the things that puzzled me during the opening ceremony was all of these people that came in perfect order, like 1.5 meters between each single person, all of them dressed the same. And I had no idea, who are these people? Why are they dressed the same? Why do they walk like in a procession? Turns out all of them, I think we're talking about 700 of them, they are workers in the Joy factory. And what a neat thing to do for the employees. I am sure that they enjoyed it at least as much as I did.
And you visited the Great Wall and Tianxiatingguan, and also Joy Village Park. China is known as the world's factory. What's your feeling after visiting the Joy Village Park?
Since you're mentioning the two in one sentence, more or less, the Chinese wall and the manufacturing industry that China has turned out to be. Here we are talking about something that is ancient, old, and still standing. I know that the industry in the very beginning were not perhaps as good compared with industries in many other countries, but that is also history by now, at least going by what I have seen when it comes to the production of the Joy tables. Quality through and through. So impressive.
What was the biggest shock of this trip?
Biggest shock? I think, bearing in mind that table is such a new discipline after all. Billiards is already more than 1,000 years old. As such, this is something that came about just 40 years ago. To have more than 400 players from more than 70 countries to be here, and a lot of representatives from around the world, that is fantastic.
And China is developing new productive forces with high technology, high efficiency, and high quality. And Joy is like this kind of company. What do you think is the advantage of this model?
As far as I have understood, the new plant, once it is up and operational, the whole plant will be worked or driven by robots. And this is this is kind of amazing. I am fairly old. I am used to be doing everything myself with my hands, if need be, and whatever. Nowadays, the world is a little bit different, and obviously this factory is going to be, as you called it, high tech. It's going to be, I guess, even beyond that. It's going to be, I hope I will be able to see it once it is operational. And there is one thing there that I think is very neat and nice, and that is the fact that even though there is going to be a new plant very soon, the old ones are still going to be standing, and that means that the workforce of Joy, they will be able to continue to do what they have done for the past couple of years, or some of them as much as 30 years. And that, I think, is it goes to show that the Joy company is really taking care of their workers in a very good way.
Is this the foundation of Joy's success?
Yeah, I would definitely suggest that there seems to be a plan from cutting a tree to producing a table to produce an event such as this, every single person that I have seen is playing his or her role in putting all of this together, and it's done in a fantastic way. I have seen how each one is devoted to the details that goes into creating this whole scenario with the production of the tables, the production of the tournament, and everything along with it.
Since 1980s, in the last 40 years, table has grown a lot under the leadership of China Party. And what do you think about this?
I think I was into this a little bit before already. 40 years is a very short time. And I know that the game is built upon 8-ball. And 8-ball is, as such, the biggest of all billiard disciplines. Actually, 8-ball is so big that you can put all of the others in one basket, and still there are more players playing 8-ball around the world. It does have different shapes, different rules from time to time. And when it comes to Hayball, it is a combination of a few rules that are different, but also the equipment that is different from what we are used to in the pool world. And I think that combination, you could call it a small-size snooker table with a fantastic pool game. The combination there is a perfect marriage, and that is what is behind the success of this game. I wouldn't be surprised if in another 40 years this is what we all are playing.
As you know, Joy is not only producing the high-quality Hayball tables, but also promoting Chinese sport into the world. And what positive effects do you think Hayball will have on promoting Chinese sports and culture?
Yeah, it's not the easiest question to answer, but again, and it goes back to all of what I have said so long, since everything that goes into this event is planned in detail, performed in detail. The players that we are seeing participating here are performing on the absolute highest level. I think that this definitely will have a chance to outgrow everything else in the billiards world. And since Hayball now also will enter into the World Games and will be definitely one of the contenders to eventually get into the Olympic Games, maybe it is Hayball that is going to do the trip into the Olympic program. We will see in a few years' time.
What will you be willing to do for such a great goal?
I know that this is a goal that I have been working towards for many, many years already. And my passion is with this game, and I will not stop working with it for as long as I will be able to stay healthy. So if it now will be Hayball or another pool discipline or carom or snooker, it's not all that important to me. What is important, that is that we will do our best in order to get in, and I think we deserve to be on the Olympic program.